Alright, let's talk about money. More specifically, let's talk about how you can make your money work for you, instead of the other way around. I see it all the time, people working hard, earning a decent income, but feeling like they're just spinning their wheels. They pay their bills, maybe have a little fun, and then poof, the money's gone. Month after month, it's the same cycle. They aren't getting ahead, their savings account looks a little sad, and the idea of becoming rich feels like a fantasy. But what if I told you there's a simple, straightforward system that could change all of that? A method so easy, you could start using it today. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme, it's a budgeting hack. A framework that's been quietly helping regular people build serious wealth for years. I'm talking about the 50, 15, 25, 10 method. Forget complicated spreadsheets. This method simplifies everything down to just 4 key buckets. It gives every single dollar you earn a specific job, from paying your rent and investing for your future, to enjoying a nice dinner out and saving for that dream vacation. It's a blueprint for financial success that puts you firmly in the driver's seat. The real magic of the 50, 15, 25, 10 rule is its balance. It doesn't ask you to live like a monk, and it also doesn't let you spend recklessly without a plan. Instead, it creates a sustainable path where you can cover your essential costs, aggressively build wealth, and still have plenty of room to enjoy the present. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and ready to start building a future where you call the shots, you're in the right place. We're going to walk through this entire method step by step. Get ready. This simple budgeting hack could be the one thing that finally helps you get ahead. It's time to take control. Let's be honest for a second. The word budget can sound restrictive, even a little scary. It brings to mind painstakingly logging every single purchase. This is exactly why most people fail when they try to budget. They go all in with a system that's too rigid and complex, and after a few weeks of frustration, they just give up entirely. The problem isn't you, it's the approach. Traditional budgeting often sets you up for failure. When you feel like your budget is a financial straitjacket, your natural instinct is to break free. Life happens. An unexpected expense pops up, or you just want to treat yourself after a tough week. This is where the 50, 15, 25, 10 method flips the script entirely. Its genius lies in its simplicity and flexibility. Instead of micromanaging every transaction, you're focusing on the big picture. This approach isn't about restriction, it's about allocation. It gives you permission to spend as long as it fits within the framework. You have a dedicated slice of your income, a full 25%, specifically for your wants. That means you can go out with friends, buy that new gadget, or plan a weekend trip completely guilt-free because that money was always meant for it. By building in room for fun, the system becomes a sustainable lifestyle, not a temporary punishment. It transforms budgeting from a chore you have to do into a tool you want to use. This is why it sticks, and this is why it will work for you. So, what does this actually look like in practice? Imagine your after-tax income as a pizza. 50, 15, 25, 10. You decide where each slice goes before you start eating. First, 50% for needs. This is the foundation, the absolute must-haves to live. Housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation to get to work. Next, 15% for investing. This is your wealth-building engine, not just saving, putting money to work in assets like stocks, index funds, or retirement accounts. You pay your future self first, then 25% for wants. This is your lifestyle money, for guilt-free spending on things like dining out, hobbies, new clothes, and vacations. This makes the budget enjoyable. Finally, 10% for giving or goals. This flexible slice adds purpose. Use it for charitable donations, building an emergency fund, or aggressively paying down debt. Let's translate this into real dollars. Let's imagine someone named Alex who brings home $4,000 per month after taxes. This is the number we'll use. First, needs. 50% of $4,000 is $2,000. This is Alex's monthly ceiling for rent, utilities, groceries, and minimum debt payments. Next, investing. 15% is $600. Every month, Alex automates this contribution, perhaps putting some in a 401k to get an employer match and the rest into a Roth IRA. Now for the fun part, wants. 25% is $1,000. This is Alex's guilt-free budget for dinners out, hobbies, and anything else that brings them joy. Finally, goals. 10% is $400. Alex decides to use this to build a solid financial safety net, directing it into a high-yield savings account for their emergency fund. This is the blueprint, clear, simple, and powerful. If you're finding this blueprint helpful and want more simple strategies to take control of your money, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us create more content like this. So, what if your needs are taking up more than 50% of your income? First, don't panic. This is common, and it's fixable. Start by looking for quick wins. Call your insurance provider to ask for a better rate. Shop around for a new cell phone plan. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Then reevaluate the big three: housing, transportation, and food. These offer the biggest potential for savings. Consider getting a roommate, selling a car with a burdensome payment, or committing to meal prepping. Systematically shrink that 50% slice to create more room for your future. Now we get to the most exciting part, the part that separates people who just get by from those who build life-changing wealth, the 15% for investing. This is where your money stops paying bills and starts working around the clock to make you more money. It's crucial to understand the difference. Saving is putting money aside. Investing is putting money into assets that grow, like stocks, bonds, and real estate. This is the magic of compound interest. Your investment earnings start generating their own earnings, creating a snowball effect that can turn small, consistent investments into a massive fortune. So where do you start? For a beginner, the roadmap is simple. First, if your employer offers a 401k with a match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. It's free money and the best deal in all of finance. After the match, open a Roth IRA. With a Roth, you contribute after-tax money, and it grows and can be withdrawn in retirement completely tax-free. And what should you invest in? For most, the simplest and most effective option is a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. You're buying a tiny piece of the 500 largest U.S. companies, diversifying automatically. It's a set-it-and-forget-it approach that allows you to consistently build wealth without trying to time the market. Now we arrive at the category that makes this whole system enjoyable. The 25% allocated to wants. This is your fun money, your lifestyle fund. It's the part of the budget that gives you explicit permission to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because you've already taken care of your needs and investments, you can spend this money with a clear conscience. There's no need to second-guess that dinner out, or feel bad about buying concert tickets. This category covers everything from your morning coffee to your annual vacation. It's the difference between just surviving and truly thriving. You can even save up a portion of your wants money over several months to pay for a fantastic getaway, without ever derailing your long-term goals. Finally, we arrive at the last piece of the puzzle, the flexible 10% for giving or goals. This is your financial special projects fund. It's a flexible category that you can direct toward what matters most to you right now. When you're starting out, this can be your debt annihilation weapon. Later, it can build your emergency fund. Or, it can be used for charitable donations to causes you believe in. This fund is also perfect for saving for large specific purchases like a down payment on a home. This final 10% gives your financial plan a soul. It elevates it from a money management system to a tool for building the exact life you want. We've covered the theory. Now comes the most important part, taking action. Your first step is simple. Grab a piece of paper and figure out your monthly net income. Write that number at the top. This is your foundation. Next, go through last month's statements and categorize every dollar. Be honest, this isn't judgment, it's awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. I'm not asking you to commit for life, just try it for 1 month. Take on the 50-15-25-10 challenge. Automation is your best friend. Set up automatic transfers on payday. Pay your future self first and make success the path of least resistance. After 1 month, you'll feel more in control of your money than ever before. You'll have proven to yourself that this works. So what are you waiting for? Start today. Now, before we wrap this up, I need to make something perfectly clear. Everything we have discussed is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not your financial advisor. This does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Personal finance is personal. Everyone's situation, goals, and risk tolerance are unique. Before making big financial decisions, do your own thorough research, and consider consulting a qualified professional who is bound to act in your best interest. Ultimately, you are the CEO of your finances. Use this knowledge as a catalyst for action, be proactive, and build the wealthy life you deserve.